$14 billion ago, a star was born from molecules, clouds, and air. 4 billion years ago, a fossil came to Earth. There were only rocks until a first human crawled. But even stars don't live forever. When their fuel is burned and they puff away, the supernova blast, the last hurrah, we're all just a stardust. If I tell you about a place, a city in Europe, a country in the middle, a place between east and west, a land between mountains and the sea, a territory that has been occupied by many and abandoned by those who wanted to be free. It was a place of joy, sometime in the past, when families gathered together, when small and big children ran afar, when families played, drank water or coffee, wine and brandy. People worked in forests and fields, factories, offices and firms, schools, shops, boutiques, often with joy, but sometimes tears. In this place they made wonders from thread and soil, built houses, sheds, lives, philosophies. It's been a magic place since the 6th century with kings and queens, fools and harlequins. There were movements of resistance when the city was a puppet of a terrible invasion and when unity and comradeship were prominent identities, but not without falsity. Many voices were heard through this land and the songs were sang and even violence came. Brothers fought against brothers. Children died, and so did mothers and fathers. There were even witches accused of sinful crafts, and the city between two hills battled earthquakes and floods. Fathers, mothers, grandparents, children, pets, ancient spirits, plants, sun and clouds fought and laughed. A dark-haired father from the mountains, God's nature was in his heart. He knew the name of every single bird or animal or tree. He knew the joys and hardships of a human history. He carried his children on his shoulders, taught them to be free. That was my Tata. They say it takes time when you finally talk about stars that faded, stars that burst away, and then you feel love, not hurt, without pain that arrests you. They say a God gave all the breath of life, created our bodies with chemicals and water, humans, plants, and catfish. We are energy, a spider web, and when our beings become free, we disperse in all parts of the galaxy. When I stand in your room, Tata, in your garden, telling tales and woos old and new, I can hear you, feel you and see you. I stop for a moment to notice you, a silhouette made up in my mind, that voice that speaks about precious times. Sometimes you only get to know someone when they're gone and get to love them even more, but melodies of their voice are engraved in your soul. When I come home, he won't be sitting on the porch or caressing his plants. He brought a table tennis table for us. I will have no one to play with, not like me and him did. Tata, remember last year when we played a game and you asked me if I believed in fairy tales? Tata, I'm sorry about times when I didn't get my life in order and that there is no one to call your grandfather. You made sure I have what I need, a roof over my head and food to eat. The books you bought for me, reciting poems, us running the fields, you holding me by hand, eating ice creams. You fixed my car and a bike, put petrol in my booth. Remember you got me a BMX and I fell, and you taught me to keep driving ahead, told me not to be afraid. We played football. A Table tennis. You said it's worth to finish university. Do as I wish. I remember being dressed up in denim, you and me doing preschool shopping with my mullet hair mistaken for a boy, me playing football and hitting back when bullied. You told me so. I remember, Tata. Dust goes to dust in the clayed fields of decay. The lips are silent and the eyes are hollow with no sight. But ashes will rise, give new breath of life to flowers blighted by chill and frost. The joyous spring will come and the rising glory of the sun. You went as you came, unassuming, low-key. Mom put a pillow under your head, set you free. Did you know it's your turn? Maybe you knew, but you didn't tell. I'm a fatherless child, and I just don't see you in my sleep. They say 40 days must pass until you leave. Everybody will die one day, you said. People can hurt each other when they're trying to help. Yes, Tata, I believe in fairy tales and a new life that lies for me ahead. In a new land of all shades of green. Maybe everything is a prophecy. At the end, all humans have the same language of love they speak. Where are you now? Are you in the stars? Fathers are stars. When their hearts stop beating, they disperse into skies. You're also a dove on my Christmas tree, Tata, and beating in my heart. This year for Christmas, I want birds to tell sweet songs of your heart and trees whispering about the love you gave. You're like a cool rain on my face, me an untamed river, when air is breezy and sparkling, in a rogue wood, at a still lake. Sometimes, just like you, Tata, I like to roam free. Maybe if I was a boy, it would have been easier. I know you're not disappointed with me. I still can't talk about you, Tata. It's the lump in my mouth that makes it hard. 40 days later, a soul is supposed to leave. It's 35 days and I can't feel you here. Mom says not to dwell, but let you sleep. It's the rush of memories that come, your face smiling at me. I remember the time of being in a dark room, a room where there is never light on, wondering when again I will feel love. This time, the room has beautiful colors, a room of hearts and all desires, with a free will paving on path, angels paving blocks for me to belong. I'm walking my path, Tata. I can hear music and words come out of angels' mouths and heart. I light the brightest candle as I think of a Jesus pilgrim, Jesus falling and meeting his mother, suffering in his final time, his mother wiping his face. If you meet your mother, Tata, I know it will be great. They say when great souls die, after a time peace blooms, and that your angels are always here with you. Of course I believe in bright future, Tata. I know you want me to keep smiling. Trees care for the young and their neighbors, have feelings. They live slow. It takes them long to grow old. Even crooked, gnarled trees have memories, families, and if you cut them in half, they keep living and giving. Tata, are you here now with me? Do you see the beauty I see? One thing is for sure, Tata. Something you love is never lost. Tata, I can hear your voice. I can hear your voice. With courage to live, the time of death is not the most important thing. There is a difference between living and being alive. What's the point of fighting when we all end up in a coffin?